Hey guys, before you watch this reaction, I felt the need to put my face on screen just to let you know if you're going to be watching this reaction side by side with this video, there's going to be another disclaimer. This is a very rough episode. So I ask that you treat the disclaimer that you will see very seriously. This is a very rough episode. Also, I want to make a name correction. You are going to hear me say Faputa at multiple instances during this reaction. Normally after my reaction, when I start editing, I will go through post-editing corrections, make sure that I said everyone's name correctly, and if I referenced any characters incorrectly, I will correct those characters. I now understand that Faputa is not who was with them during their journey. Irumyuui is actually not Faputa at all. There are story elements that I won't go any further with that, but I just want to confirm that Faputa is Faputa and Irumyuui is Irumyuui. So every time you hear me say Faputa in this episode reaction, I actually mean Irumyuui. I do apologize about that, especially to my light novel readers, and with that, enjoy the reaction. What's up, y'all? Welcome to another review by Ryan. Happy Wednesday. It is Wednesday, August 17th. It may or may not be Thursday, August 18th by the time this reaction posts. I am a little behind today, but thank you so much for your patience as always. I hope you all are having a wonderful day wherever you're at in the world. In this reaction, we'll be reacting to the 7th episode of Made in Abyss, the Golden City of the Scorching Sun. The title of today's episode is The Cradle of Desire. With today's episode, we are officially beginning the second half of this second season of Made in Abyss. And so, with us beginning the second part, the question is simple. Do I believe that this season has lived up to the hype and the excitement? Do I believe that it has at least matched and or surpassed season 1 up to this point? Do I believe it has matched and or surpassed the third movie, which was the direct sequel to the second season? And the answer is simple, not just yet. But I have greatly enjoyed this second season. There have been minor gripes, one major one, but it has been everything that I could have expected out of this second season. I am incredibly captivated in the Golden City of the Sixth Layer. I am very intrigued in the Village of the Hollows, their stories, their struggles, why this village came to be, of our new character additions, Belaf, Ougonkyou, Faputa, and Ougonkyou, especially since we saw Ougonkyou appear in the last episode again. And I am very excited to see, finally, the full story of how this village came to be and why Ougonkyou was locked up in the way that she was, because she was against the village being formed to start with. For those who watched the last episode, you are aware that we are going to get the story this episode, and I believe that a majority of today's episode will be on her explaining to Rico and them what the hell happened, why she was thrown in prison, basically kept chained down, how time operates, which I've been very excited about, and I've been looking forward to that since since their introduction. How long has things go? Has it been thousands of years? Has it only been a couple of years? Has it only been a couple of months? How does time go in the abyss? You know, something that we haven't truly gotten a full answer on. And we are finally about to get answers that I think are going to not only catapult this show to the next stage, but it also means that we are getting ready for a doomsday scenario, because in a show like this, when you start getting answers, normally hell and chaos follows shortly behind it. So I am very excited. I explained quite a bit about my thoughts of last episode. I explained a little bit about why I've continued to defend Rico. Maybe it's actually correction. I might have explained more to my in real life good friends about why I care about Rico than I have up here. But I've gone in on Rico for making stupid decisions, and I've equally supported Rico when she's made smart decisions. And one thing that I have always used as a defense to some of the poor actions that Rico does is the lure of the abyss, and the fact in her age and childish things that she has to grow out of tends to get the better of her, but she does more or less act the age that she is while she's down here. Now, I get that because there have been plenty of shows we've watched where we've seen people 12, 13, 14 make, you could say, smarter, more mature decisions than Rico's been making, especially when it comes to valuing her life. Thank goodness for Kaja for interjecting, by the way, because she certainly was about to give her insides, thinking that she was going to live through that. And I'm so glad somebody was logical in that situation, stopping the poor girl from doing that. But despite her making these poor decisions, she has shown that she is well versed in the abyss. She's well versed in the monsters down there. She ensures that they're eating things that are not going to completely devastate them, even though she ate crap herself that literally sent her to the toilet, which is part of my gripe here. But one of the few gripes that I'm having with the season so far. And then we really got to see her intuition and her smart shine in the last episode when the village luring happened and they were about to be wiped out, and she did phenomenal. I quite frankly was incredibly impressed with last episode, and I even got my good friends to admit the episodes were good. So for me, they were obviously much better than good, but for them, it was good, which I will accept. It's satisfactory to me when I can get these two to like anything when it comes to this show. And they know I love them to death. So y'all hear me talk about these two friends of mine a lot that I got. We have a lot of dialogue personally outside of the deep dive that I do each Wednesday and Thursday about this show, and it's always amusing when I get to talk about it and defend this show for my very different reasons that I do. But I really do hope all of you have gotten everything you've wanted so far. The reason that I said it hasn't surpassed season 1 of the third movie just yet is because we haven't gotten to what we're about to get to now. This second half is really going to determine where my final score goes, if I will put it back up into the masterpiece category, if it will stay at a 9 out of 10, which is where it's currently riding for me for the entire season, or, which is incredibly doubtful, if it will drop. So because I am an anime reactor that's trying to be as unbiased as possible, even though I'm sure you all can tell that I have a great bias to this show, but I will be honest, if I do feel that something with the story has gone catastrophically wrong in the second half, that means it can no longer be in the top pedestal, I will admit that. I highly doubt that's going to happen, and I think this episode alone is really going to set us down the path that I expect from this show, and I can't wait to share this journey with the rest of y'all. Just two things I want to note about the rating before we start the reaction. As I'll put up on the screen, the MAL rating for Made in Abyss, the Golden City, the Scorching Sun, currently is an 8.73. It has not really changed much, but it's gone down a point pretty much every episode since episode 1. So that doesn't really mean too much. It is still 0.06 stronger than the first season, meaning that as of the current moment of this reaction, this second season is still the highest rated product in Made in Abyss's history. At least I believe so. I do not believe it. I don't believe the movie surpassed that. If it did, I will correct that in the next episode. I'll correct that in the next reaction. And then I'll put Anime Trending up. Anime Corner has not played fair to Made in Abyss at all. Apparently everyone on Anime Corner hates Made in Abyss because they're not voting it high at all. But we have seen a gradual increase, one spot almost every week with Made in Abyss in the anime trending ratings, in which this week it did go up one spot and is now in number 6, right under Shadow House Season 2. So anime trending, it looks like that Made in Abyss, it had a really slow start in the popularity ratings, but it is now starting to slowly match its on MAL rating as it moves up closer and closer to the top spots. And I think that starting with this coming episode, will really make or break if this is going to go any higher or if this is where it's going to sit when it comes to the anime trending rating board. And a big thank you to all of you who did vote in the anime trending board for this week. So, with that said, what is Waco about to tell us? What are we about to unravel about their journey that went horribly wrong down here in the 6th layer in the Golden City? Why did she get imprisoned? I can't wait to find out, and we're going to find out right now. So let's go ahead. I'm going to put this up on my screen, and let us watch episode 7 of Made in Abyss, the 2nd season, in 3, 2, 1. Damn. I can hop on the languages real quickly. Oh. Oh, this is not going to end well with them down here. Oh, man. I can feel it that we're getting into the deep stuff now. Oh, as a reminder, guys, I am not using high dive for this, but I know that's late me saying it, so I'll put a thing at the beginning so you start the video appropriately. Oh. Oh, wow. So that's when they learn. There's nothing they can do. They're stuck down here forever. The cradle of desire. Right. Yo, Fapta's ability of understanding this is crazy. Is this when Bilaf really start to get greedy? I wonder. And that's so fucked up, man. These are children. It's been always the thing with this damn show. Shouldn't have to have that burden because a child can't bear children. They shouldn't even be having to think about that. Um, mm, which means someone's gonna have to test it out. Okay, well, everyone's tested it out. Hope it's good. um, what? Okay. That's so messed up. Bruh. To drop on a child so young like that, that's fucked up, man. Oh, this child. Oh no. I mean, that's how selection goes down here, but damn. Belaf, what are you thinking? What's everyone thinking that's not freaking Voiko? The curse? Oh. Transparent eggs? What? What the hell's going on? Oh shit, what did that to them? What the hell caused this? I said they were a little too comfortable messing with stuff and eating certain things down here. They know nothing about this. The corpse of a large creature. Oh man. So they were fucked the second they started. And leave it up to them. Oh, this episode's not going to end well. Damn, they really have no choice. The shape of wishes. Oh. And they fucked around and found out probably. And they're going. Damn, they didn't even make it days down here. Things move so fast. So maybe he wasn't. He just succumbed to the fact that they were doomed. Oh. What? What did you wish for? What in the fuck is going on? Faputa, what did you... I mean, being that y'all are all Walking Dead people, what other choice was there? Of course she wished for a fucking child. What in the... And it's gonna die! What in the... Oh my god! Because they put that shit and she was rejected because she... What? She can move. What did he give her? What is happening? What? No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Oh no! Was it? Oh fuck! You really? I knew I couldn't trust that much. I mean, I knew Wasikon was gonna do some bullshit like that, bro. I knew it. He's had that look since the start. The form the wish takes. I fucking hate this show. Damn. They were fucked the second they stepped down here. I'll be back in just a moment to do my post-episode thoughts. Oh boy. Wow. Okay. Damn. Fuck. Okay. So, welcome back, y'all. Wow. So that was episode 7, The Cradle of Desire. Initial thoughts. That was a rough episode. We knew it was gonna be rough. Damn. Oh fuck. We knew it was gonna be rough. And we got to really get a lot of insight into Ougonkou's and then his journey through the 6th layer, and we got to see a lot of classical survival stuff. When you are in an unknown environment, you know, you need to secure food, you need to secure water, you need to secure shelter. Obviously early on they tested out and saw that there was no way they could return up, that they were just going to have to continue going down. And we got to see a bit more of the bond that Ougonkyou and and Faputa had with each other. You know, Faputa being deserted in the way that she was because she couldn't bear a child, and at her very young age that was thrown down her throat that she couldn't bear a child. And we got to see Ougonkyou and Belaf and them kind of watch her and just, you know, again, you know, he is a prophet, and we could tell he was a prophet, that he didn't even really care when they realized that the water, you know, was obviously not good for them. And I am distraught by the end of this episode. I'm pretty confident that he fed her Faputa's kids that died, each one. I'm pretty confident. Or part of Faputa herself. And I have not trusted Waskian once. I've never really liked his character. I said he was interesting in the first episode, but I never said I liked or hated. But I said that there was something wrong, and he's a lost cause. But can I say that I am suddenly not understanding of why anyone would go crazy down there? No. This, again, we saw Bonrid and the things that he did in the third movie. We knew the things that he did to not only Mitty and Nanachi, but to all of those kids that he pulled from orphanages that would have died otherwise. We've learned that, sadly, in this show, kids are always going to be used as the guinea pigs to all. They are always going to be the ones to suffer the worst. They are always going to be the ones to be hurt the most. And that fucking sucked. So, it's funny. I said I'd be right back because I needed to rewatch the last 2 minutes. And I think I realized that this episode really went that way. And, I'm sure that, I was talking to y'all at the beginning that, my good friends are going to watch this part and they're going to laugh their asses off at me. And I'm already tearing up. Because I have this incredibly deep attachment to this story, to what they are trying to teach us. And I feel that every single element of this episode was necessary, even the diarrhea. I talked about the whole crap fest that happened with Rico in episode 2 and episode 4, and the fact that it didn't feel like it had any relevance of really much of importance to the show, but every single thing that happened in this episode had relevance. And of course, the wish that Faputa had was to be able to bear children, because that's what was thrown down her throat her entire life, as she was deserted by her own birth mother. This was a hard episode, and the next episode probably isn't going to be much better. So, we're going to wrap the reaction up right here. I think it's pretty straightforward how I feel. We have a lot to unpack, and when I'm a little more calmer, probably a bit more to talk about. There's also one other thing I forgot to say about the last episode that I wanted to add on to this episode, and it has to do with Rico and her ability to use the white whistle. And this is one last topic that I did want to talk about to try to get me out of my tear fest I'm having right now. One other thing that I really liked about the last episode was that I feel that Rico will mature a little bit now, because she now understands the weight and gravity of being a white whistle down in the abyss right now. Obviously these type of revelations needs to happen for her to understand that her life means a lot down there now. And also that she is in a much better position of success than these poor souls ever were, going through the abyss at their time. And now that she realizes that she can control relics and all those other things, it is my hope and desire that she will value her life way more down in these lower levels now. And I will continue to support her through all of the good and bad things she does as she matures and becomes a better whistle controller and just, a better person in general, because it's just important to remember, guys, as we're watching with what happened here, this abyss is not forgiving. It forgives no one. It aims to take life. It is almost like if humanity as we are now, lost all of the advances that we did and we were put back into archaic times, when we were caveman times, when we were just kind of learning how to do things, and the fact that the animals and the environment around us is unforgiving. Remember that most of the world, it's still in more ways than one, belongs to the unknown elements. We have an entire continent down in Antarctica that aims to kill you the second that you step off a plane or whatever there. You have plenty of other warm tropical environments that have animals and things that can completely desolate our existence. And one thing I've always loved about this show is it doesn't mince anything. This episode didn't mince anything. And this is why this show has to be a contender for one of my top shows. This episode right here. So, I'm not okay. I'll be better next week. But I'm not okay right now. But, that's my reaction. So thanks for watching. I hope you guys did like the reaction. Like the episode, I guess. If you did like it, please consider liking and subscribing to the video and channel. And if you want to first be notified when a new reaction becomes available, hit the bell icon. So I will see you all next week on this glorious day for episode 8 of Hell of the 2nd season. The title is The Form the Wish Takes. And until that time, catch you later. When it gets